refreshing our friendship. Thank you so much that our friendships have remained strong. Thank you for the body that you have given to us because we all belong to Jesus. And Father, we commit to you our time together tonight, today. We ask that you will show more of yourself to us, even as we study about brain and aging. And Lord, help us to enjoy this life at this stage of life. We thank you that you continue to work in us, in our bodies, in our minds, as well as in our spirit. We commit to you this time now, Father. May it be glorifying to you and encouraging to each one of us. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Okay, so our topic today, and thank you so much, Carmena and team for giving me more time. It is really a very big topic. And so we will continue our discussions till next month, right, Carmena?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. So for this session today, we will have four main objectives of our discussion. One, we'll go a little bit with some anatomy and physiology, not very broad and not very deep, but I would like us to understand the structure and functions of the normal brain, and then the effects of aging on the brain. Number two, after our discussion, we will be able to develop an action plan. So remember, I want this to be as practical as possible, excuse me, so that we can keep our brain healthy. Number three, for us to recognize signs and symptoms of dementia and mild cognitive impairment, or MCI, so that we will be able to recognize it in ourselves as well as among our family members, right? Or even our friends. And then fourthly, if we have the time, we will look at risk factors for dementia. Okay. Now, I have a disclaimer. I am not a neurologist or a neuropsychologist. Okay, I'm not an expert in this. But my personal interest in aging, brain and aging, is because of what I saw among my family members. Firstly, with my sister-in-law and with my own sister. We had reunions, and I noticed that my sister-in-law wasn't really participating. And if ever she spoke during discussions, it is always out of topic, which means she wasn't listening or she didn't understand what we were talking about. And then my own sister, who used to be a pastor, very lively, in contrast to my sister-in-law, who's more quiet, started repeating herself all the time. And I would say, ano ka ba naman? Paulit-ulit ka na lang. Sabi niya, hindi naman ah. So I started to read based on what I was observing among my family members. And then the third reason for my interest in this is that being single and living alone, in fact, I will have my knee surgery on Friday. I I have been reminded of what I needed to do to be able to be independent. And the more I think about it, the more I realize that besides keeping all my abilities to do things for myself physically, one thing I need to have intact is my brain, right? Because without the brain, how can you speak? How can you command your hands to do? It's like what my Kuya Flor will say. I tell my hands to move and do these things, and my hands said no. So medyo mahina na yung katawan niya, but his brain is still very, very alert, very active. And that's why he is so miserable because he knows he should be able to do a lot of things, but his body won't follow what his brain tells him. So anyway, these are all the reasons why I have been reading more on brain and aging. And then when my Kuya Rolly was dying, my father and my mother died, but I wasn't very close. I didn't live close to them, and I didn't have the opportunity to spend more time with them. But with Kuya Rolly, I was able to spend every other month in Canada, and so I read a book. Was able to find a book from written by Atul Gawande, and I would recommend it if you can find a copy. It's called Being Mortal.
Mm.
And in that book, he wrote about his experiences about caring for his aging father, who was a physician himself. And so a lot of his book, several chapters were actually written about aging. And so I learned more about the very specific things about the process of aging and the brain. And I'd like to share with you some of the things that he wrote. He said, old age is not about, I have to move with it. It's not a battle, it is a massacre.
Mm.
Terrible, right? It's not a battle, but it's a massacre. Because of the four things that the elderly are afraid of. One is losing their hearing. You know, I'm wearing my hearing aid right now. I don't know how many of you are using hearing aids. I don't use it all the time, but I have ringing in my ears. And when I give lectures and the students ask questions, I always say, speak louder. The ringing in my ears is louder than your voice. And during discussions, I could not hear everything that's being said. So I was forced to wear hearing aids. And sometimes even Zoom, especially a prayer meeting namin sa church, is on Zoom every Wednesday. And there are some who, when they pray, suddenly their voice becomes very soft. I cannot hear anymore. So I started using it. And then I went to have a check, and the audiologist turned on the volume. And it's not very comfortable right now. But anyway, one of the things that elderly fear is losing their hearing. Two is losing their memory.
Mm.
And I'm sure you dread it as well, right? Lose your memory. Losing their best friends. And fourth is losing their way of life. And he gives several examples from his father about these four fears. It's not a very positive view of aging and dying, but it's very, very helpful. He is very, very good writer. So the point that one of the things I learned is because he is not a Christian, right? He's a Hindu. And at the end of the book, he goes through the Hindu ritual at the Ganges River to go through his father was cremated, they had to pour it in the river, and then he had to drink part water. And I was like, ooh, but he took antibiotics, he took all kinds of medicine because as a doctor, he knew what was going to be inside that water. But anyway, the goal of that ritual was to end the cycle, the endless cycle of death and rebirth of the father, so that he would ascend immediately to nirvana. So I said, oh, I'm so glad that our perspective is different. That is where we differ. I enjoyed this book. It was very, very educational. It was very helpful because it helped me take care of Kuya Rolly. But as Christians, I think we went through this verse before. Remember, we read Isaiah 46, 3-4. It is something that we really need to memorize. When God promised, I created you and have cared for you since you were born.
Mm.
He will be your God throughout your lifetime until your hair is white with age. I made you and I will care for you. I will carry you along and save you. I thought it was better in the New Living Translation. I will be your God throughout your lifetime, so even in aging. So I share this with during our sibling Zoom as well, and I keep repeating it because it's really it is an image that we need to have in our heads. God caring for us since we were born. Okay, when I was in nursing school, we studied 1 Psalm 39. Nida, I know we have a Bible study guide on Psalm 139 in NCF. I don't know if you remember it. But one of the things that excited me when I was going through our anatomy and physiology courses was just the sheer wonder of looking at how our cells in our bodies move. From the time of conception, how the cells divide, and then they become organs, and then they become the brain or the heart. But also the way that the red blood cells go to, if you are wounded, if you have a cut, the red blood cells run to increase blood flow. The white blood cells go and eat the bacteria, so you have pus. It's just beautiful. So when I look at the brain again, I was saying, wow, God, you are such a master designer. We will look at the brain later on, and if you have time later, just Google brain and see how it works. You will be so fascinated. So I'd like to read the verses that tell we are fearfully and wonderfully made. The psalmist says, "For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was being made in the secret place, when I was woven together in the depths of the earth. Your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be." I mean, just think again. When we were being knitted together, where we all the cells were just growing inside our mother's womb, dividing, subdividing, forming organs, and it's I. This is one of the things that really made me grow as a Christian in nursing school was in my anatomy and physiology class. I did not get an A in that class, but because you have to memorize everything. Hindi ba nila puro memory work? But anyway, just looking at all these things in our body, especially when you think about the brain. So here's the brain. So it is a complex organ. It's an organ, and we all know it controls our thought, memory, emotion, touch, vision, breathing, temperature, hunger, every process that controls our body. So I'll show you a picture of the brain later on. It's sometimes called the command center because it's true. Right now, you're looking at the screen, and at the moment you look, ang bilis-bilis niyan, takbo agad yung mga message sa brain. Pagdating sa brain, babalik na naman sa tenga mo, narinig mo yon, nakita mo yon, so many things are happening right now inside your brain, right? It's a command center. It tells you, oh, mahina yung sa volume, ilakas mo yung, adjust mo yung volume mo, no? O, inaantok ka na yata, tumayo ka. It's giving us so many messages. The brain weighs 3 pounds. Kaan, ano? But it is composed of 60% fat. 40% is a combination of water, protein, carbohydrates, and salts. Baliwala yan pag tignan mo, ano ba naman yan, composition na yan, no? Anyway, it contains blood vessels and nerves, including neurons, which are the most important part that we will look at later, and glial cells that support the neurons. And glial cells are what it's called the glue of the nervous system. The brain contains 86 billion neurons. There are some that say it's 100 billion neurons. And right now, these billion neurons are already firing signals that is helping you listen to me, helping you remember some things as I say some. Maybe when I was talking about my sister-in-law, you also remembered your sister or your brother-in-law, etc. And then you have the astrocytes that help the neurons. Now, these are the ones that clean up the brain, they deliver nutrients, and they manage blood flow. Anyway, so in this tuk-tuk, there's so many things happening right now. Okay, here is a picture of the brain. Now, remember what I will be going back to this drawing later on. So the frontal, this part, is where we have activities of problem solving, our emotional traits, our reasoning or judgment, speaking, and voluntary motor activity. Dito sa side is where you are able, activities that help us know what is right from left, sensations, body orientation, nakatalikod ka ba, nakaharap ka ba, or even reading. Occipital, dito sa likod, is for the vision and color perception. Kaya pag may problema ka sa mata, sumasakit dito. Because that's the part that controls the eyes. No? And color perception is also this part of temporal, dito sa bandang dito, sa side na ito, is for understanding language, memory, hearing, and object recognition. Tapos yung brain stem, yung pababa na dito, for breathing, heart rate, alertness, sleep patterns, and body temperature. And then the cerebellum, which is just below the occipital region, is for balance, coordination, central and voluntary movement, and fine muscle control. So yan yung mga parte ng brain. Saan yung slide ko na yon? Sabi ni Atul Gawande, the brain, I think we will look at that later in the aging of the brain. So anyway, pag bata pa, about 30 years, punong-puno yung skull natin, halos hindi magkakasya ang brain inside the skull, no? And then as we age, nagsishrink na ang brain. And the first part that shrinks is this part, the front. But we will look at the aging later. Okay, just a little bit of some more anatomy. We have heard about the gray matter and the white matter, di ba? Ang gray matter is the darker, this part here, darker part, outer portion of the brain. While the white matter is the lighter inner section, ito. In the spinal cord, ito ang cross-section ng spinal cord. The order is reversed. The white matter is outside, and the gray matter is inside. Now, why is this important? Why do I share this with you? Because later on, when we talk about aging, this white matter is going to be affected by the aging process. So gray matter, remember that darker part, is responsible for processing and interpreting information, while the white matter transmits that information to other parts of the nervous system. So yung gray matter ang nagpa-process and interpret, no? Yung white matter ang nagta-transmit to the whole nervous system. Okay, I will show you pictures of the aging white and gray matter later on. Okay, here's what I was talking about later. earlier. Um,
Mm.
Age 30, the brain is a 3 pound, remember 3 pounds organ that barely fits inside the skull. By 70, the we lose some gray matter, about an inch of spare room. Imagine mo, punong-puno, tapos nagkaroon ng 1 inch na space.
Mm. Mm.
No? And then the first part to shrink are the frontal lobes. So balik tayo dito.
Mm.
Ito ang nagsishrink, the first part that shrinks. So remember, problem solving is the one affected. Emotional traits. There are some who have dementia or Alzheimer's specifically, nagiging very violent.
Mm.
Minsan yung hindi nagka-curse. It's very common for some with Alzheimer's to be cursing. Not because they know what they're doing, but because of this function, this part here, emotional traits suddenly change as well. Reasoning is affected. Speaking, hindi na sila makasalita ng tuwid, no? And then even voluntary motor activity. So that's what happens because this is the part that shrinks first. Imagine 1 inch, punong-puno yung brain, siksikan, and then 1 inch. Back to this one. So the hippocampus is also an important part. It's part that shrinks as well. And I have to keep moving the boxes of your faces here. So ito yung hippocampus dito sa loob ng isang part ng brain. And remember, it shrinks as well, right? So this affects the short and long-term memory, even learning, and special memory.
Mm.
You need, right? So we will talk more about this when we talk about dementia and cognitive impairment. Okay, here's a picture on the left. Is a picture of the brain of a healthy individual. So you see the gray matter intact pa, no? Malapit pa sa skull. And here is the brain with advanced Alzheimer's disease.
Mm.
Remember, nawala na yung space. Kung yung skull nandito,
Mm.
lumiit na, nag-shrink na. So that is the picture of the brain of a person with Alzheimer's.
Nati,
Yes.
yung space na yon, yung 1 inch space, what is occupying it? What fills it?
Parang liquid na. Yung
Liquid.
Yeah. Kaya pag nahuhulog at saka nauuntog ang elderly, mas grabe ang effect. Kasi nasi-shake, no?
Mm.
Later on, meron tayong gagawin na exercise about balance. That's why madaling yung balance is affected. Remember yung affected it. So please ask questions along the way. Okay. So let's talk about the aging of the brain. There are certain things that happen. One, as I said earlier, is the shrinkage. Certain parts of the brain that affect memory and problem solving. Yung pa naman ang nauuna, no? Nag-shrink yan ang na-affect agad. Kaya nagiging malilimutin tayo. And then there is decrease. Remember, the neurons are the ones that collect the information and then they send the information, they transmit information. There is decreased processing speeds. Kaya mas mahina na minsan na mag-isip. Dati-dati nakaka-multitask ka, di ba? Nagkikinig ka, nagpa-plancha ka, o kaya nagta-type ka, may music, o kaya may kausap ka sa telepono. Minsan, pag boring yung kausap ko sa telepono, nag-computer pa ako, nag-Google search ako. But that ability, yung processing speed, slows down. At saka yung recalling of information is also slowed down. I mean, we all experience that, right? And then because of aging, there is reduced blood flow, which means there is also the decrease in the delivery of oxygen and nutrients necessary for optimal brain function. And that is why there is cognitive decline. Yung vascular health. Si Ate Lilia, ang kanyang dementia is because of her high blood pressure. Mahilig kasing itamper niya yung medication, yung dosage ng medication niya. Kaya laging sumasakit ang ulo ko noon pa yan ganyan. Nung ano na, yung na-MRI siya, nakita na maraming ano ng mini brain strokes. Because of that. So yung kanyang blood flow to some areas of the brain has really been decreased. There's also increased inflammation. And of course, if there's inflammation, it affects the health of the neurons and then also becomes a neurodegenerative disease. However, this is the good sign. Ito yung sinasabi ko kay Reby kanina. There is still neuroplasticity. Despite these changes, the brain retains the ability to adapt and reorganize itself. So it's not all bad news in terms of aging and the brain. And I hope that you were able to listen to
Sanjay Gupta.
I can't remember.
Sanjay Gupta.
Sanjay Gupta.
Yes. That older adults can still learn new skills. We can still form new memories and improve language abilities. Cognitive decline is not inevitable. And I want to underline that despite what we have talked about earlier, our brain can still grow. It is able to adapt. That's why I say we are fearfully and wonderfully made. You know, it's not the end of the world. Even if we are aging, our brain is still able to develop. We are still able to develop new skills. And we will talk more about that later on.
Nati, question,
Yes.
Yung bakit yung anong ginagawa ng hypertension medication na why does it produce these effects na it reduce blood flow and all that? Is that from the medication? Yung sobrang medication ba yan?
Kasi pag may hypertension tayo, yung blood vessels constrict. It could be because you have a lot of cholesterol. Kung ito yung blood vessel, yung cholesterol na di-deposit around it. Kaya yung flow ng blood hindi easy, no? And your heart has to pump harder to force the flow of the blood in your blood vessel. And that means there is reduced blood flow. And if there is reduced blood flow, the blood carries all the nutrients and the oxygens by the red blood cells. They deliver it to the other cells in the brain. But if you don't feed, they're not feeded. Namamatay, di ba? Walang nutrient eh. Either namamatay o nagkakasakit. So there are some in my sister, sa katibigan yung kanyang MRI, may mga, kumbaga, dead brain cells na. Kaya yung memory, hindi na siya, paulit-ulit na, hindi ko sinabi yan Minsan sabi niya, okay, hindi na kita tatawagan. Nagalit sa akin talaga. Hindi ako tatawagan.
Pero naapektuhan siya nung sobrang medication?
Hindi na kasi tinatamper niya yung medication, yung kanya. Sabi niya, this dosage is so high. So he will reduce the dose.
Okay.
So hindi nakakontrol yung kanyang hypertension.
Yeah.
And that affected the blood flow to the brain.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Are there any other questions?
I just wonder, you mini stroke, sometimes you don't recognize that.
No, you don't. It's sa kanya headache lang.
Mini stroke na pala yun.
Yeah. Hindi naman lahat ng headache mini-stroke.
Oo.
Yeah.
Kaya kailangan, we will go to that later on, yung list na kailangan gawin natin. Kaya kailangan bantayan talaga. Sino sa inyo may hypertension?
Ako.
Yeah, ako meron. Kaya,
Mild.
Years old pa lang may hypertension na ako. Pero I obey my doctors.
yes.
Instructions.
At hindi niya tatawag sa akin, sasabihin niya, alam mo, mababa yata yung hypertension, yung aking blood pressure. Kaya hinati ko yung aking metropolo. Bakit mo hinati? Kasi bumaba eh. Kaya ka nga umiinom ng gamot para bumaba yung blood pressure mo eh. Anyway, ganun siya. Okay.
I like that good news, Nati, the neuroplasticity. I think that's, over time, learning about the brain. I mean, it's so helpful to know that it can stretch, it can learn new things, it can really manage more things that we realize. So to think that aging means decreased capacity, at the same time, there is increased opportunity for us to really stretch it, like you're saying, play the piano, learn a new language, all the things that the Brain 101 that you sent us to. So that's really good news. Thank you.
Nati Selena to. So the neurons in the brain do not die?
No.
Do they decrease also?
Parang cells din yan na namamatay. Like our skin, no?
May dead skin.
There are cells, there is a time limit, but new cells grow.
Oh.
Napapalitan. So anyway, Sanjay Gupta said, this is what Lisa was referring to. Never forget that the brain is exceptionally plastic. It can rewire and reshape itself through your experience and habits. Okay? It's like building any other muscle. Eko, itong muscle na ito, pag hindi ko na ginagalaw, magiging very limp, no? Kaya yung aking PT, kasi meron akong arthritis on both shoulders, simple exercise lang. Nakahiga ako sa kama, pataas lang yan, 30. Kaya para mawawala yung arthritic shoulder ko, tutulungan ng muscles ko sa hand, So our body is actually able to do a lot more things. We should not give up because we're aging. So we build our muscles by exercise. We build our brain cells by experience and habits. Okay? So it's not the end. Okay. So when we talk about brain health, this is our goal, is to have our brains to remain healthy. First, we think about cognitive health, no? How well we think, learn, and remember. That's cognitive health. And then with motor function, kasi yung brain ang nagsisend ng message sa ating mga hands, sa paa, and our whole bodies. How well we make and control movements, including balance. Okay. So I want you all to stand. Tayo lahat. Okay. Without holding on to a chair or a table, lift your other leg and just stand on one leg. Stand on one leg. Okay, how long can you stand on one leg? Nakatayo pa kayo on one leg?
Yes. 10 seconds.
Try. Oh, natumba na si Elsie. Okay.
Binaba ko na isa.
Okay. Try to stand. Oh, tayo pa, Carmela. Tayo pa. Okay, this time, nakatayo ka pa on one leg, Lisa?
Kabababa lang.
Okay.
I'm still standing on one leg.
Stand on one leg and close your eyes. See how long you're able to close your eyes and stand on one leg.
Mahirap.
Oh?
Mahirap. Matutumba ako.
Okay. Upo na kayo. All right. Pwede nang umupo.
Why is that?
why is it the B? Yeah, that's right.
It's balance.
Yes.
Yung si Ate Flory kaya natumba because of lack of
Mahina.
balance. We
Mahina
can
ang panito.
develop our
Balance
sense of
pala yun.
balance. Yung control movements. There is an exercise that my PT taught me. If you roll a towel will give you a sensation of stepping on uneven ground. And roll a towel, put it on the floor, stand on one leg, and stand on that rolled towel. And develop this every day. You're teaching your brain to maintain balance, but also building your muscles to be stronger to maintain your balance. So that's one exercise that you can do to increase brain health, maintain brain health, which is specific to motor function.
So,
Every day.
Nati, we have to
Yeah.
close our eyes also
Later,
during that time.
wag mo na i-close ang eyes. Pag develop na talaga yon, and then close your eyes. Kasi mas magaling pag close, talaga magaling na yung balance mo pag you can stand longer and close your eyes. Pero,
Nati,
roll towel because it
Nati,
resembles uneven ground. Stand on it and develop, increase the length that you can stand on one leg on the rolled towel.
Nati, alternate the legs.
Alternate legs, yes.
Alternate.
Yeah, good point.
Okay.
Yeah. So right and left legs. Okay, build that motor function. Number 3 that relates to brain health is emotional function. How well you interpret and respond to emotions, both pleasant and unpleasant. I hope that as we age, you have found that you are able to control your emotions more, di ba? Yung mga nakakainis noon na nagre-respond ka agad, ngayon pwede mong, hayaan mo na lang. In other words, you're choosing your battles, no? And this is what we need to teach ourselves as well. Sometimes, before, I always took things very personally. Naiinis agad ako pag may sinabi. Ngayon, di bali na. No, our self-image, our emotional health, I think is stronger nowadays that we're older. But kung madali ka pa rin mag-react, mag-respond, anyway, negative response sa mga ibang comments, we should teach ourselves as well to calm down, you know. But I think as I age, I'm developing this function a little better. Tactile function, how well you feel and respond to sensations of touch, including pressure, pain, and temperature. Now, some of us may diminish this ability, have diminished ability in terms of tactile function. So, yung akala mo mahawakan mo yung kaldero, yung takip ng kaldero, ay mainit pala. O kaya nagmumultitask ka, napasok ka na pala kasi hindi mo inintindi yung So, these are things that they pertain to the brain function. Because remember, it's your brain that's telling you, watch out for the temperature. Sensory function, how well you see, hear, taste, and detect odors. Some writers have said that dementia decreases the sense of taste. Sino ang na-COVID dito na nawala ng taste?
Ako, I don't know if it was COVID, but when I got sick late last year up to early this year, nawala yung taste ko. Tsaka yung sense of smell.
Yeah.
Pero bumalik after siguro mga ilang buwan.
Yeah.
But I never had fever.
You never had fever? Yeah.
No, basta lang bigla lang siya nag-change.
Yeah.
Tama ba yun na pag humihina ang katawan, nawawalan ng panlasa?
Nawala ng gana pag matanda ka na.
At saka yung panlasa, ewan, tama, may connection ba yun?
Yeah, it's part of the brain function, the sensory function of taste. Yes. Kaya yung iba walang ganong kumain na because of this. Okay, so these are all parts of cognitive of the brain health, no? Remember, it's cognitive, motor, emotional, tactile, and sensory. Carmena, papadala sa kanila lahat itong slides, ano?
Oh, yeah, okay. Forward
Yeah.
it to me and I'll forward it to
Yeah,
them.
I will send Carmena the slides so you will have them all. Okay, so
Six
how
pillars.
do we maintain brain health? This is very, very important. I think, as I said, I want it to be as practical as possible. So maybe we can share about things that have worked with us in terms of these 6 pillars. I added one and I will explain why later. Number 1 is exercise. Somebody has said that even 10 minutes of walking can trigger a powerful neurochemical bubble bath. 10 minutes lang. And what does it mean when you have a neurochemical bubble bath? You have better mood and you have improved mental clarity. 10 minutes.
Is it 10 minutes per day?
Yeah.
I think so.
Basta 10 minutes na nag-exercise ka.
Yeah, okay.
If you can do it every day, yeah, sure. Yun ang
Kasi,
namimiss ko ngayon kasi yung knee ko is I have a torn meniscus, of course, yung arthritis of the knee, and then I have Baker's cyst at the back of my knee. Hindi na ako makalakad, isang block lang, masakit na. But I tried to walk. Across the street from me is a little lake, so I go around. Kahit na ngayon, dito na lang ako sa corridor ng aming condo. Basta maka 10 minutes. Okay, you get a bubble bath. Remember, bubble bath, 10 minutes for your brain.
T,
Okay.
I have another suggestion.
Yes.
This is Miriam. I
Yes.
have heard that it's good to try to get up every hour. If you are sitting, which I read a lot or I write a lot, and I can easily sit for 2-3 hours.
Yes. Yes.
And I don't succeed at this, but I try to get up for every hour, and then I turn on the radio and I just dance a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's okay. That's my
Yeah.
goal. That's my aim.
Right. I have a watch that tells me time to move.
yeah, if you have an iWatch, it tells you every hour, it's time to move.
Yeah.
It's
I need
annoying.
to move.
So it's worth the investment of 600, Natty.
Yeah.
Lina said it's annoying
there are
because
that,
when you're
if you
watching a
go
movie,
to
you have to set up.
YouTube, merong mga Zumba dances. Mahirap minsan
Yeah.
ng Zumba. Pero maraming mga dancing. No, I like to
Yeah.
dance. And remember, in order so that it's not like compulsory sa iyo, yung exercise doesn't have to be something you don't like. Do something that you like. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yes.
I like doing stuff.
Yes.
So remember, do something that you like. All right, number 2, eat healthy. The suggestion is to eat a Mediterranean diet. Now, how many of you are
Yeah.
familiar with the Mediterranean diet, or how many are having it? What is included
Couscous.
in that diet, Lisa?
Fresh
No fat.
vegetables, fresh fruit, beans, hummus,
Nuts.
just nuts. Yep.
Okay. Si Reby, di ba nag-diet ka, Reby, puro protein, ano? Hindi ko makita si Reby. Hi, Nani! Ito na, nakita ko na. So, Mediterranean diet, look at it. But anyway, fresh fruits, nuts,
Veggies.
lots of vegetables. All right, number 3, sleep.
Yeah, more than 6 hours.
7 to 8
Favorite ko yan.
hours at the least.
Yes.
Now, warning, more than 9 hours is not helpful.
Good.
Sumusobra 9 hours. It is suggested that you sleep and wake up at the same time every day. So establish that pattern. You know why sleep is important for brain health? When we are asleep, that's the time that the brain cleans itself. Gets rid of all the dirt. Yung mga ewan ko kung ginagawa ng mga neurons. I think they say that the astrocytes are the ones that clean the brain.
Mm.
So if you don't sleep well, that means your brain is not being cleaned.
So, I have a
Pag sumobra naman ng sleep, wala nang naiwan sa brain.
Oh, pag,
Over clean.
Overclean.
So,
when,
not request.
when we will talk about dementia, it really says that there are leftover proteins and toxins there. So, kailangan talaga tulog. That's the only way that your brain is clean when you sleep well.
I have a question regarding sleep. Personally, that's my problem at this point. I'd say I sleep like maybe 12 o'clock to maybe 4 o'clock, then I wake up. But then later on, maybe 7 o'clock, I sleep again from 7 to 9 o'clock. So when you count it all together, basically it's between 7 to 8. So when you say 7 to 8, is it a straight sleep or is it
Broken.
or broken?
Broken.
Or you add all the sleep that you had from the evening till morning?
I would think so. I think that would count, especially, and you understand why we always have to go to the bathroom after 3 hours sleeping, because even our bladders shrink. So hindi na nako-contain yung volume ng urine. So we have to go to the bathroom. So it's helpful that you don't drink a lot of liquids, no tea, before going to bed. I forgot how many, yeah. But yes, mabuti nakakabalik ka sa tulog, Carmena.
Yeah, but
Minsan
inaalarm ko na
matagal.
that I have to wake up at 9, at least not later than 9.
Yeah. Okay, number 4, engage your mind. Remember the neuroplasticity of the brain. So you have to learn something new. In fact, it doesn't have to be a major learning. Siguro kung pag nagda-drive ka and you always go to the same place, one new learning there is take another route. No? O kahit naglalakad ka, wag yung regular route ang gamitin mo. Change the route. And that helps your brain to refocus and develop new plan, Or, sabi ko nga kay Rebby, nagpipiano siya dati, ngayon hindi na siya nagpipiano. Balik siya sa piano. Kasi some have said that playing an instrument is one of the best brain activity.
Yes.
So learn something creative. Si Lisa, I think nung nag-sabbatical si Lisa, nag-painting ka, right,
Right.
Yeah.
I still do painting, and then just a year or so ago, I did a headboard for my daughter's bed.
Yeah.
Talagang from knowing nothing, I pushed myself to build the headboard. I consulted with a furniture owner kung anong gagawin ko, and I was so proud na nagawa ko, but I was ready to give up, but my mind was just so fascinated with the new project.
Yeah. So that should be the attitude and perspective that we need to have. Learn something new. It used to be that when it comes to computer, nung nasa university pa ako, madali kasi may assistant ako. O kaya tawag ako sa IT, gagawin nila sa akin. Nung nag-retire na ako, Adele, how do you do this? Adele is my niece, yung anak ni Bolet. Adele, sabi nga, Tita Nads, para na professor ka, hindi ka marunong magbasa. So ngayon, pag may problema ako, Google ako. How to do this, how to do that. Aba, na-retrieve ko yung isang document na hindi ko na-save. Ilang oras kong ginawa yun, no? Na-retrieve ko just by Googling. So anyway, I'm very proud and say, okay, you are not my IT consultant anymore. I can do it on my own. Okay. So that's part of learning, no? If there's something that challenges you, we have the time now that we are retired. We have the time to learn. But also, do
We have
something.
the time, Nati. We have the time but no energy.
Yeah. Energy, you can develop the energy. Okay. Carmena, anong oras tayo magtatapos?
You still have about 15 minutes. 8 o'clock.
Okay. Number 5, manage stress. Okay, what can anybody share? How best have you found to manage stress?
Ako.
Sino?
Me, Selena.
Okay, Lina.
Yes, I think when I was still working, I think that was a habit that I developed. I take the train from Bartlett to the train station in Union Station, and instead of taking the shuttle bus of the university, I walk for 2 miles, and I take a different
Wow.
route. And that's only in the morning. So I arrived at the university full of sweat, so I had to fix myself again. But I think that habit developed so that when I retired, I was still doing it. But now what I'm doing is I'm taking different route, and then I would say my prayers while walking and look at the different kinds
Nature.
of leaves and all
Mm.
the beautiful pine cones. And God has just been so good in refreshing me. So I found that something refreshing, and I have been doing that ever since. So I'm glad that Carmena is still alive. But
Yeah.
one of my habit is to look for different. We've explored all the parks in my area, and we would go to different parks and walk around the lake, and then do some so different kinds of activities that will bring me to nature, which is really invigorating. That's one of the things that I have been doing. But in September 2021, I had an accident. Oh, 21. I broke my Achilles heel. Why? Because I tripped on the garden hose, and I had physical therapy, but God is so good. I didn't have any surgery, no broken toes, but I underwent physical therapy, and I've learned a lot of different exercises, therapeutic exercise, which I would do at home. And I have all those copies. And one of the things that I would like to regain is maintaining my balance. So I have been I used to have what is it, a walker, but I stopped doing that. Cane, and now I can walk without any cane. But God has been good and helping me and giving me the strength to continue on doing what I have started to do when I had physical therapy, and it's really good. It's so good.
Good. Yeah. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah. Okay, let's move ahead. Number 6 is stay connected. We tend to be isolated when we get older. If you're like me, families are in different islands, different places. It's very important to remain social.
Mm.
And this is one good way of what we're doing now is really important in terms of being connected. So, is there someone that we can call whenever we want to see a movie, for example, or watch a play, or just even eating out once a week, maybe? As Christians, we are really privileged to have the body of the Lord, because I always tell people, I have no family here, but I have the church as my family, and it's really it builds relationship and relationships with depth, with honesty, and with real love and care. And so let's stay connected with the body, both locally and as well as far. And one of the blessings of COVID is this Zoom, really, like what we're enjoying now. Now, if you read, they will always say there are 6 pillars of brain health, but I want to add a 7th, and that is to get regular health screenings. It's very, very important. Have your blood pressure checked, your blood sugar, if you have diabetes, It is one of the risk factors for dementia. High cholesterol, again, because of the hypertension. Hearing. I don't know how many of you have gone to test your hearing. Manang Angela, it started with your hearing loss. And even if she was prescribed a hearing aid and she bought one, my Kuya Rolly bought her, the top of the line, she didn't want to use it. And that isolated her because even if she's in a group, she cannot really interact. So even in the midst of with people, being with other people, she was isolated. And that made her dementia worse. Vision also, it's important to have your eyes checked. I don't know how many of you have undergone cataract surgery. Before my cataract surgery, it was so difficult to drive at night. And that during winter time, that kept me from attending evening meetings. So that was one form of isolation as well, no? So have your vision checks, regular checkup. Now, I don't know, maybe Carmena was pointing out maybe the situation in the Philippines is different. Nida, how easy it is to get regular health screenings there?
If you don't have health insurance, it's very expensive.
Yeah.
So you really have to have insurance. Or if you can afford even without insurance, fine. Pero if you go to the government facilities, long line, and then magpi-pre-register ka, and for a senior to wait for a long time, talagang maiinis ka. So, some would prefer na lang na wag magpa-check up. Kami, we go to a private doctor. I don't know about yung iba, pero it's a bit expensive talaga if you don't have health insurance. Kasi PhilHealth, that's a government insurance, will not refund unless you are hospitalized. Yeah. So anything the doctor prescribes and you don't have to be hospitalized, hindi covered ng PhilHealth.
Oh, wow.
So it has to come from your own pocket. So it's a bit expensive talaga.
Okay. So here it's
I think yung hindi ko nakuha yung answer ni Nida sa question mo, no? Do our friends in the Philippines have regular checkup like what we do here? Like I have diabetic, so my blood sugar is always checked every 3 months. Is it true in the Philippines too?
No.
Well, there is yung way of checking your blood sugar, di ba? Sa bahay lang.
Yeah.
Needle prick or ganyan, hindi na piniprick. Machine na, meron pang maliit na gadget, pinapasok mo lang yung daliri. Well, if you can afford that, it's fine. You don't have to go to the doctor to check your sugar level every time. Because I have a friend who doesn't go to the doctor regularly, but chine-check lang niya through that instrument.
Yeah. I prick my finger every day so that I know how much sweets to eat. Pag naging 95 na, ay tama na. Bukas wala na ako kakainin wala ng chocolate. Anyway, so maybe there are practical things that we can do together to help those who are unable to. I mean, madaling bumili ng blood pressure apparatus dito.
Blood pressure monitor, no?
Yeah.
Para check it every day.
Yeah. Okay. So, naku, 7:59 na.
7:08. Sa inyo, sorry.
8:59.
Okay.
Okay, so here's a checklist for our brain health. Self-inventory. Okay, do I get 150 minutes of moderate physical activity every week? Yung tanong mo kanina, Lina, 10 minutes every day ba yun? Ang prescribed is 150 minutes
A week.
every week.
A week.
Yeah. But at least every day, become physically active. Okay, does
Yes.
my diet promote brain health? Yung Mediterranean diet. Do I engage my mind on a regular basis? Do I read? Do we still read?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do I try new things? Do I learn new things? Do I get at least 7 uninterrupted hours of sleep every night? What prevents me from getting enough sleep? What's the usual thing that prevents us from getting sleep?
Looking at the computer or Facebook time.
Cell phone. Electronic gadgets. Okay. Is there stress in my life that I could eliminate? I don't think we really can eliminate stress, but how do we respond to stress? How often do I socialize? Is social activity a priority for me? Okay. I have one more test before we leave. Okay. So I'm sorry, I should have asked you. Do you have a piece of paper and a pen with you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. For 2 minutes, time yourself. Draw a clock showing the time at 11:10. 2 minutes lang. Okay. Start.
Yeah. Maliit na kamay.
Yeah, that's right.
Pwede bang mag-shortcut? Hindi ko nilagay yung numero, pero init-isip ko lang yung
Oo.
11 at saka 10.
Meron pang time.
Ala? Nalito na.
Tapos na kayo?
Yeah.
Ready done?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's a very good sign, but I'd like to see your drawing. Can you show it on the screen?
Adala?
Oh, hirap tignan. Okay.
Ito kay,
Perfecto.
kay Carmena.
Nakikita ba?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Magulo.
Kay
You
Lina,
know,
ito
when my brothers were sabi nila, madaling mag-renew ng license sa Ontario. Kasi ang sinasabi nila, they ask you to draw a clock with the time. Sabi ko, ano naman klaseng test ng the driver's ability yan? Bakit nag-draw ng clock? Later on, I learned, so may Alzheimer's, hindi ka makadraw ng clock with the time. Here is the clock drawn by someone with early Alzheimer's disease. Okay pa siya, no?
Yeah. Saan yun?
Pero wala sa gitna yung
Importante na malaman mo yung
11 tsaka
double
11.
clock,
12, 6.
6. Pero yung 6 niya wala na. Ano? At saka yung so yun, isang test na yan. Pag moderate, wala na yung special ability. Space, wala na. Nakalabas na yung mga numbers.
Oh.
Pag severe, nasa loob pa naman pero wala nang order. Ano? So, ang clock drawing is able to measure. It's just an initial assessment of the cognitive ability. Besides testing the ability of the person to be attentive to instructions, their hearing comprehension, their visual memory. Alam niyo ba, nung una kong ginawa, medyo nag-hesitate ako to where do I put the numbers? Kasi naisip ko, 3 is 15, ano? Aba, sabi ko 15 ba? No. So it tests visual memory, motor skills, the ability to draw a circle. Kasi iba din na makadraw ng circle. Kompleto ba yung circle nyo?
Oo, so far.
Okay.
Oblong
So very
years.
good. Wala pa tayong Alzheimer's.
Pero Nati, question. Taken into consideration ba rin yung parang nagpanik ka? Or parang, naku, ano ba to? Yung gano'n, kasama yon sa signs of Alzheimer's?
Hindi naman. Temporary lapses in memory is part of it.
O kasi,
Temporary lapses.
oo, kasi minsan gano'n eh. Ako, ano na ba to? Yung gano'n parang nawala for a moment yung ano mo, parang mind mo kung anong gagawin mo. And then later on, na-recover mo naman. Pero
Yeah.
nandun na yun. Ano na.
Kasama na
Is
yun.
that-
Yeah.
Okay.
Very common yung nasa kwarto ka, lumabas ka sa kusina, tapos sabi, bakit ba ako nandito? Very common yun, di ba? Remember that shrink. Kasi may shrinkage na doon sa ating
Balik ka sa pinanggalingan.
Okay.
ano
Yeah,
yun?
thank you.
Okay. So, Carmela, tapos na ba ako?
Oh, okay. You still have 2 slides, right?
Yeah, I have.
Tapusin mo
I
na.
would like to end with this video.
Okay.
Pwede ba yung video? Video ko ay 12 minutes. Okay ba?
Yeah.
Yeah.
12 minutes? Okay. So this is an introduction to dementia. It's 12 minutes, but I think we can discuss it later next week. And because I'm sending you the slides, you can review it again. But I think it will give us the basics about dementia. Okay?
Hello, I'm Dr. Anthony Levinson, a psychiatrist and professor at McMaster University, and I'll be your guide for this quick introductory lesson about dementia.
Walang picture.
This overview, you should know the basics about dementia and mild cognitive impairment. The
Ano ka mo?
Walang picture. Walang voice lang.
Walang picture.
Okay, that's fine.
Voice
Maybe
lang.
Okay lang yung voice.
Voice is good.
Kanina ba nung pinakita ko sa iyo, may nakita ka?
Right. Yeah.
Bakit ngayon wala? Oh dear. Okay, maybe we should do this next week.
Okay, okay.
Next month pala. Okay.
Yeah. And if I forward the PowerPoint to them, they can watch it ahead of time.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So are there Grace, good to hear. It's 8:08 my time. That means isang oras lang ba tayo o 1 hour and a half?
Yeah, 1 hour. But I
1
say
hour. Okay. So anyway, I don't know if you have last questions or we should end here, but I will send you the slides. And if there is anything you want to ask me, just send me an email.
Yeah. So did you guys enjoy our session tonight?
Oh, yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Very helpful.
It's challenging.
I'm just a beggar that found some food sharing to other beggars.
This beggar,
Thank
this
you.
beggar sounded like a neurologist.
But
Nati, I have one question.
Yeah.
Pwede ba?
yeah.
Of all the 6 pillars, what if, I'm thinking of my elderly sisters who may not have every aspect of that, One is not connected. She has her room in the basement, so that's diminished. She reads a lot, so yung brain niya expands. What I'm saying is, kung hindi mo ma-fulfill at optimum percentage, every part of that, your brain is still healthier than if those 6 things were not there. What I'm saying is, kung 6 ang maximum at saka 3 lang, for example, ang you can attend to, ano ang minimum that
I don't really know kung may minimum.
Yeah, I didn't see in the reading.
No,
Maybe I
no,
thought,
no.
yeah.
Yeah. I think the prescription is to have as many as you could.
Mhm.
And even if yung socialization is once a week,
Right.
and exercise definitely adding every day, but hindi naman kailangan siguro every day socialization halimbawa. But I found it among sister.
Yan, pag sinara mo,
Ang
lamig na
comparison
naman
ni
siya.
Ate Lilia at saka
Pag
ni
binukas
Manang,
mo yan,
pareho silang may dementia, no? Mild dementia. Pero si Ate Lilia kasi social madaldal pati. Kaya kung i-compare ko sila, pareho silang may hypertension, pareho silang may diabetes. Pero because Ate Lilia is more social, she is way better than Mananghala, who is very isolated, very quiet. So importante lahat yon, but you may not have
everything,
as much of each item, pero you have a little at least every week.
Yeah, yeah.
Does that help? So if we have, sisters or members in our family.
I have a roommate.
What?
Housemate.
What? Okay, so it seems that everybody has a lot of questions reserved.
I have a comment. I think in the 6 pillars of brain health, to me, the most challenging will be engaging your brain. I think that is where we have to put in more effort in doing something new, making things creative, because it really would enhance your brain capacity and health. I think that is, to me, that will be the most challenging, because when we get old, we tend to be yung masyado na tayong tamad, no? Kumilos, tumayo, wala tayong energy, ang dami nating reason. Parang privilege natin na hindi natin i-discipline ang katawan natin. But it will be a daily challenge to all of us to exert more effort to do that. But I am glad that there are some things that we can still do at this age. Like in the Ministry of Means, one of the things that we have been staying connected is the social contacts. A lot of missionaries are coming over to our place and we offer hospitality. In fact, this weekend we have 4 guests on different days. But I think that sometimes I said, napapagod na ako. And then after the visit, people realize that they are really angels in disguise. Because mas na-bless pa kami kesa dun sa binigay naming blessing sa iba. So there is this capacity to shrink from doing something, but when you do it, then you know that it's a blessing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we still have a lot of questions. We asked Nati if she can extend it till July. So in July, we will have more on this. So if you have questions if you haven't finished the Brain 101, go back and study it. And if you have questions, send it to Nati so that we can share the questions to us. Or if you have follow-up questions, send it to Nati so that Nati will share it to our group on our July session. So, okay.